Totally. Yep. It's there. It's on there. All right. What up, Tube?
That's what happens when we're waiting for everything.
Yeah, you know, I.
It's not you. It's the system. I don't know what to say.
I don't know either. We need tech support. Somebody give me an IT guy.
Sling Studio tech support.
Sling Studio tech support. What DF? All right. Live recording. I mean, YouTube.
Audacity. Ready?
Yeah, it's just us now. So, you ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome to another episode of Business Bros. A little bit of a late start, but we're ready to rock and roll. Hernan Cias, ladies and gentlemen, host of the Business Bros podcast, along with my co-host,
the insurance bro, James Cias with Pipeline Insurance. And check this out, right over my shoulder, that thermometer has gone up.
196 pairs.
We have 196 pairs. On my Instagram story, I said 195. When I went downstairs to the garage, I wasn't wearing shoes, so I borrowed a pair because I didn't want to get my socks all messed up. So we counted 195, and then I'm getting ready to walk up the stairs, and I was like, oh, shoot, 196. I forgot about the pair on my feet.
So we had two big pickups when we went to LA. That she gave us one, and that was 19 pairs. And then you went out today, right? That was today?
Yeah, that was today.
Picked up some shoes from Ronnie. So big shout out to Ronnie Garcia and Esther Dominguez. Big piles together and bumped us up quite a bit. So 196. And if you want to help us get to 365, we really appreciate it. We'll take used shoes, or cash donations so we can buy some shoes. And just hit up James, 619-884-0045 or james@csfirst.com. He'll ride over in his Harley just like he did today at Ronnie's house and pick up those shoes from you, give you a little Instagram story, or keep you anonymous. Completely up to you. All right, Saturday.
And for what it's worth, it's a pretty big leather bag that I put on the back. It was...
you picked up 36 pairs of shoes.
I picked up 37 pairs of shoes.
Yeah, 37 pairs of shoes. That's
37.
Right. 37 pairs of shoes. So we can handle quite the load. So, make sure... punny. All right, so... I'll tell you, remind me about the puns. I'm going to tell you, about, saying weird stuff, because I'll tell you a story about what happened this week.
All right.
So this weekend, by the way, on Saturday, August 24th, from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m., we're going to be doing a beach cleanup. So if you got a high school kid who needs some community service hours, you need some community service hours. Maybe you have a DUI or something, I don't know, that you need to do some community service hours on. 3 p.m. to 7 p.m., bring your water guns. We're going to have a water gun fight. We're going to have a good time, clean up the beach, make a day of it. And if you just want to come out just to have some fun, we welcome all hands on deck. So that's August 24th, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. You can find information on our website, csfirst.com/events. Look for the beach cleanup tab, the beach cleanup event. Go ahead and click on that one. That'll have the flyer right there for you. Or you can send us a DM or an email, james@csfirst.com, hernan@csfirst.com, or on our socials at Business Bros Pod, and we'll send you the flyer or whatever information you want. So we hope to see you guys on Saturday, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m.
Yeah, come on by.
Sunday, even though we can't be at that event on Sunday, there is a great event happening, Christian's Big Heart Run. So if you have, if you want to go out and do the 3K, you want to sign up, help support finding heart problems with athletes and being able to provide that sort of service for people. Arrhythmia. Yeah. Just go to christiansbigheart.org, I think it is. And if not, at Business Bros Pod, I'll send you the link for that information. That's Sunday, August 25th. Cool, that's for the promos. Boom.
Boom. That's everything.
Oh.
And last thing, if you want your charitable organization featured on the podcast, please feel free to reach out to either myself or Hernan@csfirst.com, James@csfirst.com, or give us a call, 619-884-0045, 619-884-4915. We would be more than happy to feature your charitable cause, your good cause, on the show.
Yep. All about bringing value. Speaking of which...
What you got?
Ram Raviv was one of the guys that we interviewed a while back. He's a young kid. He's out in New York.
Oh,
right?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, and we had spoken on the show about helping him get this small business up and running it's basically, it's called a profile ring, right?
The profile ring, yeah.
You all have an Instagram. Well, most of you do if you're a realtor, and you're going to have stories that you make. You put a lot of effort in your stories, and I'm calling out some people, right? Like Anjanette, she puts a lot of effort into her stories. Gabe puts a lot of effort into his stories. You know, some of you guys take a lot of time to put, you know, your stories together. You want to make sure that people are seeing these stories. You want to grab as much attention as possible. This is not something major, but it's something little quick fix that we can help you out with. So I told Ram that I would help him get this thing off and rolling, and so I've been putting it off, and then he kept following up with me, which is good, by the way. For those of you out there, follow up with people. That's how things get done. So I talked to him recently, and I said, you know what, dude, I've been trying to get to this and I haven't done it, and the reason why I haven't done it is because it wasn't on my calendar. If it's not on the calendar, it doesn't exist. So I literally said, I'm putting it on my calendar Tuesday. I'm going to set the time. I'm going to get this thing squared away. We're going to create it. We're going to get off and rolling. So Tuesday, that's what I did. I set up the web page for it. I set up the credit card processing for it, the e-check processing for it. And you know, I did my first little promo video for it. There's going to be a couple different ones that we're going to create, test, and run. But we're off and rolling. And so I wanted to give a shout out to Andre Mejia, very first profile ring client. He caught the story that I put out when I was just creating the story so I can have the video clip to run for the Instagram ad. And he caught it in the few seconds that I put it out there. Wow. And he was like, dude, I want one. Boom. And he was the first customer that we had on the profile rings. But we are off and rolling. So if you would like to figure out how to get that little extra ring, by the way, we have 16 different profile rings that you can get. So yours can be different. It has different colors, different designs. And remember, it's all about bringing attention to whatever it is you're doing. You want people to see your story. You want people to see what's going on and what you're offering, what value you're bringing. So this is one of the first things that we've set up. We haven't really sold anything on the show. This is one of the first things that we're like selling. Essentially, right? Most of the stuff we've done is provide value for you guys, but we do get a lot of questions about putting stuff on social media. How do we stay consistent on putting content out? This is just one of those little hacks that you can do to help bring attention to your profile. So if you're interested, hit us up at Business Bros Pod. Send me a DM. I'll give you the link. I'll get that all squared away. And you know, you're helping out Ram with his little business. He's out there in New York going to school and becoming an entrepreneur, one little thing at a time. So we appreciate all the support you guys have already given us. And if you want a little bit of help getting getting some more attention, you know, adjust your profile ring. Just stand out just a little bit in the sea of stories that show up. Your profile will stand out just a little bit, like ours does. So go ahead and check that out, dude. Okay, so I wanted to share this story from this week. So on I think it was Monday, I had a time slot squared away with Jose from Visionary Media, because he handles a lot of our content creation, right? So when you see those awesome videos like Comic-Con videos, the parody videos that we've done, which reminds me I got to do another parody here soon. You know, all those different those types of things. When we have that high quality video stuff, it's Jose's team at Visionary Media that's tearing it up for us, right? So I meet with him, and we're going to be meeting on a regular basis to create content pieces. And so one of the big things that we've been working on with the Business Bros podcast is creating a Business Bros referral network. Because what we want to do, what we already do with our referral partners, we want to bring to more people that are part of the program. So if you're in the mortgage industry, one of the biggest problems you have is keeping in contact with clients that you already had. Sometimes life gets in the way. Sometimes you just put them on a drip campaign. You're kind of hoping that they call you back. Wouldn't it be awesome if you had somebody contacting your clients on a regular basis? And then when they're in a position to buy or refi, then we would let you know, since you're the referral partner, and then you'd have that recurring business over and over again. Because it's about, you know, you've already worked your butt off essentially to generate the client. Why not figure out a way to get that client to have a referral basis on a regular basis? And it's just us giving them extra touches. Our forte is the insurance side. We are going to talk to the client at least 3 to 4 times a year. And we're going to ask them questions like, were you thinking about buying or selling your house anytime soon? Because it affects their insurance policies. We're going to ask them questions like, did you buy a new vehicle? Those are things that are going to affect their insurance, but they're also things that you as a lender can also have the opportunity to do a refi or a new purchase, right? Because when I buy a new vehicle, there's a debt that's acquired most of the time. And if they have multiple vehicles that they're adding, as an insurance person, we're insuring them. We're making sure that those risks are taken care of. But at the same time, because we have that background in real estate, we understand that these debts can pile up and it might be a good time for a cash out refi. So this is a symbiotic relationship that we're trying to build here. And so I met with Jose on Monday, and we're creating content so I can get that out to more and more of you guys, right? So you guys can understand how the business works, how our referral network works, and what a great relationship we're going to have with each other, and what a great relationship we already have with a number of different people. So I'm sitting there and Jose's telling me, okay, this is what we want to do. We want it to sound this way. We want it to do it this way. And normally when I sit down with Jose and we do content, it's bang, 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 bang. We just crank it out. Like we just, we sit down and we start having a conversation and we're recording the conversation. We're talking about different topics and things are just coming out and flying. But Monday, I couldn't do it, dude, for the life of me. I would look at the camera, I would start talking, I knew exactly what I wanted to say, and I would draw a blank.
Freeze,
and I would or worse, like I would get my whole thing out, like, and then the very last sentence I throw out some weird thing. Or I'd say weird stuff all the time, like, don't you want us to touch your clients on a regular basis? I'm like, sounds a little weird, right? So, right? It's a little weird. Yeah. No, we don't want to touch your clients.
No.
But you get what I'm saying. Like, it's one of those weird things. So that was my experience on Monday. So, big shout out to Jose for being patient with me. Because I, for the life of me, dude, I expected to spend that hour and a half, 2 hours that we would spend together. And we would have, a bunch of content pieces done. I got 2.
Ouch.
And that's not his fault. It's all my fault. I couldn't get the words out. So it got me thinking, like, most people who listen to our show are either in sales at some point or they're getting in front of clients at some point in their lives, right? And so it's one of those things where I came to my appointment and I had a good idea as to what I wanted, but I wasn't rehearsed. I hadn't practiced. I hadn't worked on my script, what I wanted to say. Like, I didn't do those basic fundamental things that you should be doing on a regular basis. So when I showed up to my appointment, I was almost winging it, right? I was banking on my experience, on my ability to get behind the mic or get in front of the camera, whatever I was comfortable doing, and just kind of get that done and squared away. But in reality, life kind of slaps me in the face sometimes. There's going to be a day where you think you know what you want to say, but if you're not practiced, if you're not well rehearsed, if you're not doing the things that you need to be doing on a regular basis, you're going to have days that are kind of wasted away. And in real estate, in mortgage, right? When you sit down with a client, insurance, any sales type gig, when you sit down with a client, if you're not practiced, if you don't have your scripts down, if you don't have your objections handled, if you don't have all these different things that you're practicing on a regular basis, then when you sit down with a client and you kind of wing it, though, you're going to have those days. Like for me, it was a wasted, hour, 2 hours, right? Well, not completely wasted. I got 2 pieces, but I could have had more. Mm-hmm. And that is the problem that many sales professionals are going to have. You go to a listing appointment, you don't get the listing. Why did you not get the listing? Was it, oftentimes we're going to try to give ourselves our own excuse, right? Like, oh, they went with a cousin that they had. Oh, this other guy was less expensive. It was all about price. All these different excuses that we make up for other people. But really, what was the key reason why you didn't get it? It's because you weren't prepared. You didn't ask the right questions up front. You weren't well rehearsed. You weren't ready to go that day. You didn't bring your A game. And so in sales, when you don't bring your A game, you lose the sale. You didn't get paid that day. So that was my story for the day. That was my story for Monday that I wanted to share. Like that's kind of the connection I made. Because finally, when I did get my content piece created, right, the one that we did, I took a second. I was like, hold on, Jose, time out. And I sat down, opened my phone, and I wrote out my script, my little outline of what I wanted to say. And then I had no problem. But by then, it was like an hour had gone by.
Right.
I had fumbled everything. You know what I do? I have 3 pieces. That's true. I have 3 pieces.
Oh, the blooper reel.
The blooper reel. I told him, I go, dude, I'm sorry, man. Like, the best thing I got out of this one is going to be a blooper reel.
There you go.
But it's fun stuff, right? It's still a content piece that we can put out, but it wasn't the intention of what I wanted to do, right? Like, when you go to a listing appointment, when you go sit down in front of a client and you don't get the listing or you don't get the sale, it's not a blooper reel in this case, but it is an education, right? Mm-hmm. It is a mistake that you need to learn from. You messed up. Like, fess up, look in the mirror and say, what did I do incorrectly here? How did I not get this deal? And what can I do to improve? Like, if you can do that on a regular basis. Oh, something I did learn, I think it was Francisco, actually, when I was talking to Francisco, is if you didn't get the deal, ask the client why. Because you're going to make up a bunch of excuses in your head. You're going to tell yourself why this thing didn't happen or that thing didn't happen. But nobody's going to know the truth about why. You're never going to know the truth about why, which means you're never going to make the correction, which means you're never going to improve if you don't ask the client why they chose somebody else. They could have chosen somebody else because you could be right. It could have been that, you know what, I went with my cousin who is an agent. Or I went with, a friend of mine. I've just known them a long time. You know what? I went with the agent I used last time. It could have been one of those things. But you won't know unless you ask. Mm-hmm. You have to ask. Without asking, you're assuming. Truth. And when you assume, you make an ass out of you and me.
I was going to say.
I was like, you stalled out. You make a assume.
Assume. Yeah. No. I know that one.
Nah, dude.
I was wondering if you were going somewhere else with it.
Oh yeah? No. It was that one.
The classic.
Now you gotta go. Sometimes the classics are the ones that work, right?
Right.
I don't know. So, anyways, that was my life.
So that was your Monday.
That was Monday.
Right on.
That's basically that's an overall thing of like what we're doing, where we're going, what types of stuff we're doing behind the scenes. Because normally on our shows you get to hear the guest story. You don't always get to hear what's going on with us, what we're doing, where we're going. Because we're bringing as much value as we possibly can, on or off the air. That's the goal.
I have exciting news.
What's up?
Our website launched today.
Pipeline
Insurance website launched today.
Pipelineinsurance.com launched
Pipelineinsurance.com. We finally got our website.
It doesn't look ugly anymore.
It doesn't look ugly anymore. It looks really friggin' nice.
Oh, dude, I gotta check it out.
Yeah, no. We're up and running. We got a lot of really good stuff going. One of the things that I'm really excited about is a new feature up in the top right-hand corner. If you are a Pipeline client, there is a client login button. And if you click on that button, you enter the email address that we have on file for you. You'll be able to log in and view all of your policy documents, request changes, get all kinds of stuff done without ever having to leave the comfort of your home, without having to make any phone calls, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can do all of that stuff right on our website. And that's a brand new feature we're super excited about.
See, but okay, processes and systems.
I'm all about it.
I mean, we got how many agents? 43? 40
and some change, yeah.
40 and some change. So every single day that you go to work, it's always about how do I make their job easier?
That's what it's always about, yeah.
Right? How do I bring support to them? How do I make them, how do I get them to the point where all they have to do is go out and talk to the client?
Right.
That's what we want them to do, right? We want them to go and talk to the client. Everything else we want to handle.
And on the back end, we're making sure that the customer has the top-notch experience. That's really what it's all about. It's customer service is no longer a term that we want to use. It is all about the customer experience. Did the customer have a good experience working with you, or did they have a bad experience working with you? That's all that matters.
You know what? That speaks volumes to the world that we live in. Because they're going to share an experience every single time.
Every time. So whenever
they hear the word insurance, if they had a good experience
let me rephrase. They're going to share a bad experience every time.
They're going to share a bad experience for sure.
Yeah.
Actually, they're going to share a bad experience
much more often.
You know, and the thing about that is negativity spreads a lot faster than positivity.
Truth.
You know what I mean? Positivity, I think, is stronger, but negativity is like wildfire. It just...
Right. Well, it's that thing you were talking about. It's your brain defending itself.
Absolutely. So and that's why we want to make sure that every experience that our clients have is a positive one.
For sure.
And that's one of those things like we were talking about earlier in our referral network, making sure that your clients are taken care of. I know you mortgage professionals, you guys are out there busting your butt every single day trying to provide that same quality of service to your clients. Mm-hmm. And yet when you hand them off to a referral partner, is your referral partner helping grow your business, or are they helping grow their own business? Right? It's got to be both, in my opinion. Like, we live in a networked society. I mean, that's what social media is. It's we talk to each other. And you're going to have mastermind groups or power groups in play. And we all know those. I mean, think about it. Any one of you who are in any type of group, or what's going on right now, this in a few weeks, we got the Legion of Loan Officers is going on in Miami. Oh, you saw that?
No, I didn't see that yet.
K-Tom posted that and tagged me in it. So that's going on in Miami. That's a group of people getting together in the same industry, trying to better themselves, right? Mm-hmm. Each individual person that's there is trying to improve upon their business, and they're doing it by coming as a group and learning from each other. Yep. Right? Why is it that you're only doing that within your industry? Why are you not trying to better each other in other industries? The financial sector is very, very close niche. Like,
dovetailed.
Very dovetailed. Why aren't you really close to a specific couple of tax preparers? Mm-hmm. They're the ones who have all your financial docs. Right. What about the insurance people? They're the ones who you need to close. Yep. Right? You connect with people in escrow. You connect with people in title. Why don't you have that same connection with people in taxes, in financial planning, in estate planning? You should have that core group of people that you're referring to, people that you trust to handle the same type of situation with your client, and people that you also trust that you know when their client is in a position to use the other auxiliary service, they're going to refer you. Right. Because that's the group that they're in.
Well, I mean, they do have a lot of groups out there. I mean, somebody could go out there and join something like a BNI, something along those lines, and that's exactly what they do is they refer each other business. But what are you alluding to that is different?
All I'm alluding to is that you should be part of something like that.
Oh, okay.
I'm alluding to that's what we're trying to build within our Business Bros Network is that referral group of people. Because it exists everywhere. The most successful people, anybody you talk to that has reached a level always has the hookup somewhere. You ever notice that?
Truth.
They have the hookup, right?
Yep.
And it's always the hookup in whatever you need. Why is that? It's because they help build each other up.
Yeah.
So they both started where they were struggling. They helped build each other up. And so now that they're both titans in their industry, they're like, yeah, I'll hook you up with my guy over here.
It's
like,
funny.
I know them.
We're calling it the Business Bros, referral network at this point, but it used to be see us first. Yeah. Right? That was like the original idea of our website and kind of what our business I don't know. The name is see us first. You need a lender, see us first. You need a real estate agent, see us first. Not necessarily that we are the lender and we are the real estate agent, but see us first because we know where to send you.
Exactly. And that's funny because we've kind of strayed from that. But
but maybe we're coming back to it.
We're coming back to it in the sense, we strayed from the name.
Straight from the name.
We've never strayed from the concept. We strayed from the name, and that's only because we started the Business Bros podcast and it kind of grew into its own thing. But it's essentially
should have named it the See Us First podcast.
I know we should have, huh? See Us First podcast. It just wouldn't have had the bros.
That's true. That would have taken away from it.
It would have. But you know what? I mean, hindsight, right? 277
See
episodes
us
in.
First. Not quite there.
Not quite there. But essentially, it's the same type of thing. That's what we want. That's what we want to put out there. Is when you need help with something, we want you to see us first. We want you to reach out to us and ask. Hey, I need help with XYZ, and I'm gonna hook you up with people.
We got you.
I mean, that's what we want to do. That's where we want to be. Specifically, our niche line of business is going to be the insurance side.
For sure.
That's where our humble home is. But there's some people.
Thanks to me having been there for the past 5 years.
Exactly, systematizing it.
Yeah.
But I think of people like Ryan Lipsey, for example. Mm-hmm. Everybody knows Ryan does title, right? But Ryan and Haley, by the way. So Ryan and Haley, But they go out and they help individual businesses achieve whatever they need to achieve, whether it's supporting them, whether it's training them, whether it's providing content for them, whatever it is, they're helping that business grow. They're helping achieve a level of success. I know when I need something, like if I need a referral, he's one of the first people I reach out to. I'm like, hey Ryan, who do you know for this? And it's the same type of thing. Right? You've grown to know a lot of people. We're getting to the point where we know quite a few different people that we've had on the show.
Well, yeah.
And then on top of that, there are other people that haven't been on the show that we've met through them.
Right.
So our fingers, our roots grow deep, just like Ryan's roots grow deep. And that's who we become. We become the person that you can come to and ask, do you know somebody who does? Do you know somebody who can help me with, and when we can point them in the right direction?
That's the idea, yeah.
That's the idea. That's the concept.
Yep.
So, yeah. Man,
love it.
That was my day today.
It's a good day.
It's a good day.
It's a good day, yeah. It's hump day, almost.
Oh, we didn't even do the traditional hump day.
It's all good. We got a comment on it on the Facebook, though.
Yeah, somebody said it?
Yeah, Andres Guzman.
Yeah, he goes, what's up with you guys didn't do hump day?
Right, he's like, hump day.
Hump day. Some of those good commercials.
I guess final thoughts.
Final thoughts for the day, dude.
You know what? Actually, let's see. Let's test something really quick. Just gonna throw this out there as we're getting through our final thoughts. Anybody who leaves a comment for the Ask the Bros section.
Oh,
let's see if anybody wants to.
Bros,
yeah, let's see if somebody wants to leave us a comment. Ask the Bros. Ask us any question you want.
Yeah, any question. And while we're waiting for that, see if any comes up, because a lot of people watching replay. But final thoughts. So been trying to figure out the why, right? Been trying to work on my why. Why is it that I get up in the morning? And I've come up with, I wake up in the morning to help you, baby.
Help you, baby.
And for me, baby is help you become a better you. Like that's what I do every single day. I try to help you become a better you. But become a better you is B-A-B-Y. So
become a better you.
That's
help
baby.
You, baby.
I'm here to help you, baby. Right? So that's one of the things that I've come up with for me, for my why. And it's exactly what I do on a regular basis, whether it's the students at school, whether it's the partners that we work with, whether it's our insurance agents, whether it's anybody on the Business Bros Network. I mean, anybody, my goal every single day is to help you become a better you. That's what we want to do on the podcast. We want to share stories so that you become a better you. That's what I'm doing with my podcast guests. I'm listening to the story to help them become a better them. I do it every single day. And then I realized, I was like, well, why is it that I get up in the morning and I go to the gym at 4:30 in the morning every morning? Like, what is it that's driving me? Well, how can I tell them or work on them be a better them if I'm not working on myself to be a better me? You know what I mean? So I'm starting to fine tune this why that I'm getting up in the morning. What I do, I'm here to help you, baby. That's what I do.
Here to help you, baby.
I'm just here to help you, baby.
I love it.
I'm here to help you become a better you. So that's one of my closing thoughts. Kind of for me personally, that's what it is. What is our the other question I've gotten before is what business are you guys in? Well, we're in insurance.
Right.
That's just going to be hands down. But what do I do for you? I help you become a better you. That's the value that I bring.
I love it. Quick comment from Noemi. She she says, prefer to say recommendation rather than referral. It makes it more personal.
That's true.
It means I've personally used your services or know you personally, not just an acquaintance. Anyone can refer someone without knowing them.
By the way, Noemi and I worked together during tax season. So Noemi, big change this year. We don't have to have software downloaded. It's going to be login based, web-based software. So that makes things a lot easier. And I'm starting to try to move my way out of the tax world. So Noemi is going to be one of my recommendations
there you go.
for tax services.
So. Nice. Very cool. Well, I think that's it. I guess the last thing that I'm going to say, I'm trying to find the post here. The last thing that I want to say is welcome to everyone. Open invitation here. We are having Danny's services next week. So
31st and the 1st.
31st and the 1st. If you're in the LA area, Los Angeles area, it's going to be on Saturday, August 31st at 6 p.m. And here in San Diego, it's going to be Sunday, September 1st. Also at 6 p.m. Please send us DMs if you want that information. Reach out to us.
It's on our Facebook pages.
It's on our Facebook pages for sure. Just celebrate the life of little bro.
Yep. Sad day, but we'll be there for each other.
Exactly. So please join us.
All right, ladies and gents, quick reminder, 365 pairs of shoes by the end of the year. We're at 196, so if you have new shoes, used shoes, or you want to donate cash, hit James up 619-884-0045 or james@csfirst.com. And August 24th on Saturday, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. we'll be in IB. Go ahead and bring shoes that day, too. Bring your water guns and get ready to pick up some trash and have some fun with the water guns. We look forward to seeing you guys there on Saturday. And then on Sunday is Christian's Big Heart Run at Roar Park. So any of that information you guys want, if you guys want any of that information, at Business Bros Pod, any of our social media feeds. That's all we got for you guys today. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Peace.
Bye-bye.
And I'm out.
Almost exactly 30 minutes.
Cool.